Good
Morning,
morning.
gentlemen.
Mr. Meek,
What's going on, y'all? Cool. I love it.
making it happen.
Admit. It's going to send out a quick message. Looks like it worked already.
Good morning.
Hello there.
I'm
Good
still
morning.
sicky, girl, but I'm at least here.
All good. Nice to see you, Miss Brenda.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, team.
Morning, all.
So I literally just found all of the emails. I was looking for emails from you, Gary,
I
not
know.
New Vision.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's all good. I had a feeling that so I had a couple other people mention the same thing, so I got to figure out why that's coming out as that. I thought I've changed all the stuff. So this is Q&A for you guys that have any questions about what's going on in the challenge. If you're having issues with Sisu, and I'll do this for the first couple weeks, probably 2, 3, just to make sure everybody's kind of on track. We've gotten 54 people total signed up for this, and I think about 29 have engaged so far. I've messaged those that have not engaged. I've had a couple people tell me they were sick. Just found out another one was sick. Hello, Miss Brenda. So things have happened, which is no big deal. They can join in a little bit later. Yeah, it came out a minute or two late. So my question for you guys is, what do you think so far for those of you guys that have been here, of the format, and what can we do to make it better? And I'm gonna put in here, change my email address or my email tag.
Well, I tell you, I'm excited about the sisu.com tracking. That is phenomenal. It takes the pain and suffering out of keeping track of your metrics, which is,
Yep.
man, that's a huge deal. And it's kind of fun to be a part of a group that's doing it, and then we're all kind of running together, and it makes it fun.
Yep. I'm kind of looking at some ideas, and I know we're barely getting into this and getting started, but I was thinking one of the things I'm going to do for the next challenge is I'm going to allow each of you guys to go out and grab people from within your team and have you guys kind of be team against team. So that way we'll do
Well, that
some
would be
points
fun.
based on team. That'll help you guys. It's also a great opportunity for you guys to recruit, tell them to come be a part of what's going on. I want to share with you guys real quick Sisu, because I just worked with them this morning to do a couple different things. I got to make sure I shrink everything here. So this is the summary dashboard. I changed it to be the actual dates of our organization, our challenge. And then I just was going through playing with some of the reporting. You guys got to check this out. This is pretty cool, I think. Be read. So give me a second. I'm still kind of learning the system. So I got to figure out some of these things. Leaderboards. Is that it? So that's the leaderboard. Distributed by agent. Scope. View all. It's not what I was looking for. Oh, challenges. Here's what it is. And I'm going to talk about this today as we get on the calls at 11 as well. But this has set up, look who is in the lead. I finally was able to go in today and set this up based on point structure. So there's certain points that are available per, how many calls you make, how many conversations you have, how many open houses you do, how many masterminds you get into. So this is our challenge. Like I said, it's tweaking a little bit. But you got Don Peach in fourth place at 53, Melissa Lamberti has 112 points. Alex Dyer's got 70. Jason Hamilton at 58. So I'm really realizing that this is going to be even more fun when we're really seeing this on a day-to-day basis, and you guys can really interact with this on a basis. So you guys will see here, it's got who's winning for added to CRM, who's got appointments met. You'll see how many points are in here. It goes through a ton of different stuff. So
Will we be able to see that running total like randomly when we want to, or
So yeah, that's the part I haven't figured out yet. If you guys all have access to it, I don't see why you wouldn't. It should be right here under challenges. If you guys want to pop into your Sisu and take a peek, then I got to change 2025 all challenges. I got to figure out why that's doubled. And then of course, for you guys, as you get used to Sisu, you'll see some people have put in their pictures. And as you people put in your pictures, obviously it'll make it a little more real, a little bit more engaging. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then the other thing is going to be able to do this. So you guys all know this is your record page, right? You guys can all see my screen, know this is your recording page.
I'll have access to it so we can see the points and everything.
Yeah, so this is your personal, this is where you add your conversations in. But this is actually where I want you guys to see the team. This is going to be showing you guys who's got closed volume, closed units, volume, and forecasted. But we're going to be able to sit down, and as we're making our calls today, I'm going to be able to put this screen up, and as you guys go through and add your dials, it will literally, you guys will see these numbers adding up. So you guys will get to see the counters going as we're on calls today. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Gary, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday I met with an investor group.
Yep.
There were 4 people in the group.
Okay.
And then I also put out some blog posts as well.
Okay.
You know, within the Sisu, I don't have the ability to record that.
Well, you do. You have appointments met. You absolutely have the ability to do that. I wouldn't call that for buyers unless each of them is going to buy individually and you did some kind of group call, then I would be able to do
Yeah,
it.
so what it was is there were 5 in the group. One of them's a commercial listing, one of them's buying a single family, and the other one's looking for multifamily.
Okay.
They were just all there in the group. And so I'm just not sure how to record that.
All right. So great question. Let's go and I'll show you guys right now. Got some people joining in. Wow, I was way more people than I expected for our Q&A session, but this is awesome. I appreciate it. And it shows that you guys are all getting engaged. So Alex, when you go into your record, you guys can all see my screen again, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So Alex, this is mine. This says New Vision Realty Group on it, but this is my personal one. You can add in your appointment set, appointments met, and that's what I would call those people. I would call them appointments met.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is, and just so you guys know, I'm working to make sure, because I've had some people express some concerns, is I have access because I'm an admin to see all of your transactions. Most of you are within New Vision Realty Group. There's a few people that are outside of that group, and please, I think most of you know me well enough that none of the data in here is being used for anything else other than tracking to show points. We are not saving your information. I've had a couple people say, like, hey, I'm going to put, fake emails and fake phone numbers. And I get that. It's up to you guys how you want to track that. But Alex, if you go in here to add a transaction, you can put, mine obviously has all of you guys in it. Yours should have just you. Put in the first name and last name of your client, what transaction type it is. Is it a buyer or a seller? And then you can put in here, first appointment set, first appointment met. When did you sign the contract? So that's a buyer broker or a listing agreement signed.
Okay.
So it says contact, email, and mobile phone. It says that they're grayed out. So I don't believe that they're required. You just put in a name. So, I got Bob Smith, I got Jane Doe, whoever it is. So they should not be required. Therefore, you guys don't need to put it in there. But I'm working through a few little bugs still, kind of getting some things going. So I hope you guys can understand that. But does that help you get to where you need to be, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Cool. So I got a couple of you guys that are new. Palamon, You guys were invited, your team, based on our Monday thing at Alex's house. I had invited Gabby and Adrian and a few others. And I don't know if they just didn't see the emails, so I've been sending some text out. And if they're a couple days behind, I don't want them to feel like, oh, I missed it. I'm too late. It's not. This is a 12-week challenge as a whole, but each week we are cutting our points. And yes, they might be behind by a couple of days. In the end of 12 weeks, 2 days isn't probably going to affect them too much. Would love to have them be a part of it and get engaged. And like I said, they've been invited to Sisu, the 12-week challenge, which is the Facebook page, and they're in my email and SMS texting that we send out to the group. So, Tom, good to see you on here, my friend. Real quick, in case you guys didn't know, we've done just about everything on Zoom, which I want to be mostly to be Zoom, because I know that some of you guys are in Woodland, some of you guys are out of area, people are, doing business and doing other things out there. We do have our first live appointment and schedule today, which is 1 o'clock, and that is our scripts battle. A lot of people do not do scripts. They don't know how to do them. So our good friend Tom Costello and Don Peach have so generously offered their time to coach and teach and help us with some scripts. If you guys all listened to Matt Smith, who was here last Thursday, one of the things he said was, if you're not practicing in a scripts class or a practice class, you're practicing on your clients. So the goal is to get you guys out there. The first day or two, we're going to be doing a buyer broker agreement. I think that's probably one of the biggest things out there that the agents need to know. We will most likely, kind of based on how the scripts goes, have a Zoom one also. I don't know if I'm going to try and change or adjust the live class to include people that are on Zoom. I don't know how to work all the technology in here. So we might do 2 classes, or if we don't get a lot of people here active, live and in person, then we may move to a Zoom call for scripts. I think for scripts, it's going to be a little better to be active, because I think you're in front of people. I think that's going to help people get over some of those fears and things like that. So,
well, the Zoom thing for me, Gary, would be great, only because I have a bug that I don't want to give to anybody, but it's something I would have liked to have come to.
Gotcha. No worries. Yeah, like I said, it was the one kind of piece that I hadn't dialed in exactly how it was going to work out. Obviously, I want to make everything available via Zoom so that you guys can all meet and go to these things. Like I said, when I have people in different areas, I didn't want to make everything live. There is several classes and things throughout the week. And, if you were trying to come into the office, 3 times a day, or, 2 times a day, 4 days a week, I think it would be super difficult and we would not be productive. And the goal of this is to drive your productivity, as the main thing anyways.
So I do have a quick question. Are you
Of course.
videotaping the you had some stuff yesterday,
Yes. So
master,
everything is recorded.
because I didn't see it. I mean, like I said, I literally just found this stuff
It's okay.
10
No
minutes
worries.
before this meeting, but I only saw 2 videos on there, so I didn't see any of the classes or the masterminds from yesterday.
Correct. So, yep, I haven't quite got to that yet. Each of the masterminds, you guys are not going to be engaged in each of the masterminds. You're going to choose 1 or 2 that you really want to focus your attention on. And I really think if you're getting more than 2, you're probably going to be spread too thin, and you're not going to be able to focus and really spend your time prospecting and doing the other things you need to do. So each of the mastermind classes has a Google Doc that is specific to that mastermind. It's the notes of that class. And then at the bottom, or the second half of that, is a link to a YouTube video of that course. I didn't want to send those to every single person and every single person think, oh, I've got to watch this one and this one and this one. I wanted them to focus on the masterminds that you want to be a part of. And then you'll be able to watch the Zooms that are specific to that. My VA is telling me that within our 12-week challenge, I can create smaller groups called chats, and those can be specific to those that are a part of those masterminds. So I'm still working out a few of those kinks. But yeah, if you guys missed a session, that you wanted to attend and you just had other stuff going on, send me a message on which mastermind it was. I'll send you the Google Doc. It will have all the notes in it, and it will have links to the Zoom calls as well.
For me right now, I'm not quite sure what I want to be a part of. So it would be nice, at least at the very beginning stages, kind of see what each one of them looks like so that I can quote unquote pick.
Fair enough. Yep. And like I said, you guys can choose one or two, or maybe even three, and then realize like, hey, I went to three and this one is definitely not going to be for me. You can look at some of the other sessions and, hey, maybe I do want to look at probate, which is, later. I think it's today or tomorrow. I can't remember. I don't want to be a part of first time buyers or investors. I want to do this other one instead. You guys have the ability to move around. I want you guys as the team, each individual mastermind, to become a self-sustaining class or mastermind. I want you guys to drive that. I want it to be opportunities for you guys to say, hey, listen, I'm doing really well with this. Brian Bodnatos happens to be sitting next to me. He has been killing it with new home builds and social media. So hopefully he's going to attend our new home build and he'll be able to share with you guys what he's doing and what's, been so successful for him. Or if you're working with investors, someone like Patricia Holter, it works with a lot of investors. She does a lot of flips. You might want to, engage with her, and I'm hoping she'll kind of take the lead and lead that mastermind class. What are the questions you guys have for me today?
Hey, Gary, it's Pitt. How are you?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my friend?
Well, I've got two things for you. And I just want to reiterate the marketing play that you are so smart to bring to me. And that's, you guys, you've just got to be letting people know that you can score a 2 to 3% mortgage, right, Gary? You got to just be saying, it starts conversations, doesn't it, Gary?
Yep, it does 100%. I've got probably 10 people in my top 50 list, all that want assumables, and it gives me a chance to engage with them on a weekly basis.
2 weekends ago, Gary texted me you guys this picture, and he's at an open house, and he used this little score, a 2 to 3% rate, asked me how, and that was a great boon, wasn't it?
Yeah, got some people to engage with me and ask me questions about it. So without a doubt.
If you want to do that, and if you find yourself in a jam, I'll let you use my logins for a moment with it. I'll help you get off the ground. They have a $1 for 7 days. Their system's easy to use, right, Gary? So if somebody says, "Hey, I want a list of those," it's really easy to find it, isn't it?
Yes, it is 100%.
All right, that's the one thing. The second thing is Don Peach. Is Peach on the call, you guys? I don't think so.
No, Peach is not on the call right now. I think he's out showing property.
He is. He's putting another one together for us. Peach is on fire with one thing that I just didn't realize, and I told him, "Wow, I learned something. I love it." So CalVet is so much better than VA today. CalVet. Any veteran that can go VA can go CalVet. What's the difference? CalVet sells bonds directly and loans the money to their veterans. They don't go through the secondary market like all other loans do. They are their secondary market. They're the great state of California, sells the bonds. CalVet, not only is the delta interest rate about 1% lower, that's good. It's the homeowner's insurance. It's the fire insurance, you guys. CalVet insures all their properties with their own insurance. Think about that. It's the number one. So Don has 2 deals right now that we switched from regular VA to CalVet, and they were really both over the insurance issue because homeowners are so scared about that homeowner's insurance. So if you have a veteran, bring up CalVet and you'll win them over once they understand the full thing.
Hey, Pitt, I haven't done CalVet in a minute. Last I remembered, CalVet was actually on title as owners.
You're very good, very good. So in a typical transaction, you're right. There's a deed of trust, and the bank owns the deed of trust, but you own the property. CalVet is like a land contract sale. CalVet owns it, and you're making the payments. So it is a little different. It's a land contract. Is that a good way to say it, Gary?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Land contract. Same thing as subject
Brenda,
to.
good question. The rest of it, Brenda, it's just like a VA transaction. It's easy peasy.
Yeah, that I did know. I just remembered that the title portion was different.
Yep. So I brokered a CalVet. A bunch of the people down there I've worked with during my career, and yeah, they'll do anything. Right now, it's just a play. So there's my 2 plays, Gary.
Hey, real quick on CalVet, let's talk about that. Also, didn't I hear no credit score requirement?
Well, so CalVet will do story loans, meaning
There you go.
their underwriters are actual underwriters. They do use an automated system to run it, but they do manual too. So they look at the whole loan like we used to. So yes, to a degree. It's not as easy as no FICO, no problem.
Okay.
Unusually will you have somebody, Gary, that doesn't have a FICO and is really ready to be a homeowner. That's not, it's kind of like somebody right out of a bankruptcy is going to buy a home again. They probably need a hot second. But yes, to answer your question, and their guidelines are make sense.
Okay. Very, very cool. What questions you guys got for me? Anything else in there? I'm got a couple notes. Palamon, I will reach out to you. We've got calls at 11. So hopefully between now and 11, I'll be able to reach out to you, just go over a couple quick things with you. And Angel, I'm still working on your CSU. I'll have that fixed up here next probably 30 minutes or so.
Oh, thank you, Gary. I am making my logs just manually until we get this situated. And then had 4 meetings yesterday, made 20 calls, but I made 5 connect calls and have things set up. So
very, very cool. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are going to see that CSU is really going to be the game changer for us. It's funny. I was part of FastCap in September, October of last year. It's kind of what got me kind of going on this. And I saw it and realized, wow, this is pretty amazing. I watched this guy named Matt Smith for an hour talk all about it. And it just so happened that Matt Smith came to our office here, our region 2 weeks after that. And I didn't put the 2 pieces together. And after listening to him talk, watching his video and doing all the stuff I've done with Sisu, it's going to be a game changer for us because it's going to create some fun. It's going to create some opportunity for you guys to, be elbowing and ribbing each other and showing who's best. And I think it's going to really give us an opportunity for 2025 for you guys to recruit, for you guys to invite people to this challenge that are, outside of your normal sphere. So keep that in mind. I have room for plenty more. So if you guys know of agents at Keller Williams or Remax or wherever that want to do something to kind of get themselves motivated, get their momentum going for 2025, invite them in. I just added 2 people yesterday because someone asked me to. So,
hey, real quick, Gary,
yep.
Just as an informational piece. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Tony Robbins is doing a 3-day summit starting tomorrow, and it's free on Zoom.
I was gonna say I did see something from him on YouTube, but I didn't know what it was. So thanks.
Yep, I actually signed up for it.
It's a Time to Rise Summit. I've done it several times, and I've even crewed it. It's a great thing. It's basically Tony Robbins giving free stuff. Of course, at the end he does the sales pitch to the UPW, but that's cool. But it's free 3 days of Tony Robbins, which is amazing. So yeah, if anyone wants the link, I can text it to you. It's a great thing, or Brenda can. Thank you for bringing that up.
Doesn't matter, whoever. I just want everybody to know it's available.
Yeah,
very cool.
Awesome. Gary, got a quick question, if you don't mind.
Yep, of course, Tom.
On what you just said, are we inviting everyone in our local office too? If there's other agents that want to join, as well as other, or are you only saying bring in outside agents to kind of bring them as a warm recruiting tool?
No. I'm saying if someone within the office, you notice that, Jason Hamilton's not within our kind of team, but he was invited in and he brought somebody with him, and that's totally fine. Everybody else here pretty much falls under Rich Hendrickson. In case you guys didn't know, Rich actually is who Steve and I signed up with at EXP. So it's Brent Gove and then Rich. So all of us fall pretty much under Rich.
Rich is a beast.
He is. He's awesome. So appreciate him and all that he does.
So bottom line, hey, if you want to jumpstart 2025, agent with KW or Remax or whatever, hey, we got this free thing going. No obligation. It's agent eccentric or agent agnostic, whoever you want to. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be part of our office, but you're welcome to join. It's a lot of fun and it's helping get everyone into production.
Correct. Absolutely. Keep in mind that
real quick.
Hold on a second, real quick. I want to make sure you guys note this is. Sisu is available for us as agents, as EXP. I have a special little deal with them right now to be able to share it out for this 12-week challenge. So there is no cost to those other agents that are in other places. at some point, Sisu is probably going to come to me and say, you need to pay for all these people that are not a part of EXP. So just keep that in mind. There may be some cost in the future, but for right now, for this 12-week challenge, I have been told that there will be, no cost to us.
That's a great recruiting tool. Hey, this is not up to me. Sisu just said, hey, you EXP people are going crazy. If you're not with EXP, it's cool. You can pay for it, but the free trial's over. So, if you want to have a conversation, not opposed to it.
Yep, absolutely. This is a great opportunity for you guys to use it as recruiting, bring people in, people that you want to run with, people that you like doing business with, and, people you want to be in competition with, because that's what this is, a little challenge, a little competition. See who can be the best at the end of the week, and then, of course, at the end of the month, and then the end of the 12 weeks challenge. I think Jackie's going to win the whole thing.
I hope so.
You look awesome, by the way, Jackie.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, like I said, I'm here for you guys. We got 3 more minutes now just to answer questions. Like I said, about the challenge, about Sisu, about whatever it is. The next masterminds are today. You guys know we all have 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock calls.
Where do we find the recordings of these? Like if for people who may have missed the first couple of days, you said that earlier, it's not the end of the world, but
it's on our YouTube channel. You can go to New Vision EXP, go to resources, go to agent or marketing, go to agent resources, and go down to the 12-week challenge. There's a YouTube channel. Click on the YouTube channel. It'll bring up everything. If you're trying to look for the recordings on the masterminds, I don't want to just send that out to everybody because like I said, I don't want it to be a mass thing. I'll actually send an email today with a link to each of the mastermind groups. That way it's only one email and you guys can kind of follow it. Like I said, everything I do is in Google Docs. So as I add to the Google Doc, you guys will have the one link. It will always be updated. I think that's the easiest way to communicate rather than trying to communicate. Here's this week's. So I'll do it one time with the links to all of the 6 masterminds. And then you guys will have links to the YouTube channel, and this will be updated there. And like I said,
is that going to be coming from you or from New Vision?
Well, it's coming from New Vision agents right now. I'm trying to get that fixed to be Gary Meek.
What a fun topic to bring up. That seems to be a source of confusion for many of us.
Yeah, Tom had the same issue, did Brenda, from last night. Him and I had a good talk last night. And like I said, there was a lot of people I invited, and I thought I would get some certain people here, and I didn't see some of those people. And so it's possible, like I said, is my email getting lost? Is it going to spam? So I'm just.
Well, it got lost because I was looking for something specific in it. Yeah. But I found it. That's all that counts.
Yeah, and I'll actually look into it, see if I can write it as 12-week challenge specifically when it has to do with this. And that might help us to kind of, corral those a little bit as well. I'll work with my VA on that today.
Hey, Gary, I have 2 agents that are in our EXP office there, and they are, struggling a bit. And I had a meeting with them yesterday, and I said, no, you need to join us so we can get you back on track. Yep. So how should I go ahead and invite them? They're going to be at the meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. But is there anything I can send them via email, or what do you suggest?
I will be at the 10 a.m. meeting tomorrow as well. But definitely go ahead and just shoot them my information. Tell them to text me and or give me a call, and I'll go over the deals with them. I'll add them to the thing if they're interested, and they'll get all the messaging.
All right. So just send them your cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone's fine.
Okay, great. Thank you, Gary.
Cool. All right. Any last minute questions, answers, ideas?
Good.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being on here. We will see you at 11 o'clock, Zoom with Gary. You guys have to be on the Zoom calls. You've got to be in Sisu. You need to participate and become part of the challenge.
Cool.
Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Bye.